Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the microphones, it's Kenny. It's Jack. It's the Rock and Roll Up Podcast.
Hello, mate.
Hello. Hello. How you feeling?
I'm feeling surprisingly refreshed after staying up until I think I was still awake at 7 a.m.
I
pretty
was
sure.
as well, yeah.
Too hyped up.
I was too hyped.
The adrenaline was pumping through my veins.
Yeah.
Because I saw Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And that really,
that was your highlight.
That was my highlight. Yeah. Kept me going. Yeah.
Yeah, that was early.
I don't think I'll ever sleep again.
No. That was. By the end of the show, that felt like a different life.
A different pay-per-view. Yeah.
Different pay-per-view.
But yes, it's we're only several hours out, realistically, from the end of WrestleMania.
We are.
It didn't finish that long ago. We have had a little sleepy sleep in between.
A little one, yes.
And got on with some of our regular life stuff. But here we are, ready to just dissect the longest show ever.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 35.
Let's jump straight in.
Let's smash straight in pre-show. Cruiserweight Championship. First match, starting off hot. Tony Nese, he was my pick versus Buddy Murphy. That was Kenny's.
Yeah, I got to say, fantastic.
Yeah, very good. They certainly warmed everyone up nicely. Buddy was busted open pretty early on, bleeding, which I thought was a highlight.
And I've got to say, we tweeted this at the time at Rock Roll Up Pod on Twitter. Cheap plug there. That for anyone who has a pop at 205 Live after this, they're just wrong, aren't they?
That's it. There's some great people on there, and these guys are really at the forefront of that. And these looked great. I thought some great forearms, kicks, some stiff stuff, moonsaults, hurricanranas, all the usual stuff you expect from your cruiserweights, your super juniors. And in the end, Nese finishes with his knee, and Murphy's reign as the cruiserweight champion is over. I thought perhaps that was because he might go up to NXT or main roster. Yeah. We shall see. Maybe tonight's the night.
Who
knows?
Maybe.
Moving on. What was next?
Yeah, just really good. And great to see them getting a good reaction from the crowd.
Yep. Really great crowd. Great crowd.
Throughout, I mean, felt sorry for them at the end.
Yeah,
but Women's Battle Royal.
We thought Asuka, didn't we?
We did.
Well, we hoped Asuka.
We hoped.
That was silly to hope that.
It was interesting to see Ember Naomi eliminated early. I thought it
names
opened up the match for some of the other wrestlers that perhaps don't get as much spotlight, such as Sarah Logan.
Yeah, Sarah Logan looked great throughout. Kairi Sane, obviously, we know what she can do. Even Dana Brooke had a little bit of a comeback, a little bit of fiery baby face.
Yeah, I mean, she's really had a turnaround into becoming a great talker, but actually a really great showing in the Battle Royal.
Until she threw herself over the rope and eliminated herself.
Yeah, that wasn't
didn't really make sense.
She wasn't really running fast enough to.
No, she just climbed over the rope and fell out. Guess she just had enough.
But nice to see Candice LeRae in
there. Yeah, very briefly. Yeah, she vanished. I don't know where she went, but again, good. Typical Battle Royal fashion. You can't really see what's going on, but it was good. And
MVP, I think, goes to Sarah Logan.
I think she looked great.
Shame she didn't win.
No, well, a cheeky Carmella comes out of nowhere and just eliminates Logan, and that was that.
Tends to happen a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, we did think, what does Carmella gain from this? Obviously she's good and she's kept relatively strong, I guess. She was a champion, but I'm not sure what she really gains from this. But then again, ultimately, what does it matter?
Ultimately,
very little.
What does anybody gain from winning that match?
Well, talking of that, moving on, a surprise match on the pre-show, Revival versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins.
Shame
to see the tag belts on the pre-show. We know by now the Revival aren't happy, and WWE aren't really happy with them either. Somehow they still have the belts. They come into WrestleMania. They're on the pre-show.
Yeah,
arguably one of the best tag teams in the world.
We were saying this one. They think they are the best tag team in the world.
They're just phenomenal, aren't they? Old school ring psychology, great hard hitters, great moveset, cutting people off, limb work, all the obvious stuff.
It was just a great tag team match.
Yeah, they're good. I didn't see that much special from Hawkins and Ryder. They were a good hand in the ring, but I didn't see anything here that excited me.
It was the standard Zach, and then the hot tag, the hottest of all tags.
The hottest of all tags, the loser, Kurt Hawkins, have lost 200 and something matches.
Something like
we
that.
sort of knew going in here, well, he's going to win. If at any time he's going to win, he's going to pin one of the Revival and win the tag belts.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lovely moment. If
the crowd loved it, to
depressing
be fair.
one for anyone who loves the Revival.
Yeah, the crowd. The crowd loved it, and why not? Whatever. They're leaving anyway, aren't they? So
Men's Battle Royal.
#FDR.
Yeah, #FDR. Do you get it?
I get it. Do you get it?
I get it. Do you get it?
You're gonna get it.
I'll tell you what you're gonna get. The bloody Andre the Giant
Oh my
Battle
Lord.
Royale.
We were hoping an Andrade win. He actually eliminated himself about halfway through by giving a Hurricanrana, then realising, oh no, I'm on the floor.
Couple of nice bits in this. There was a Harper Strowman stare-off. That
Very
was
nice little Wyatt family throwback there. Andrade and Kalisto did some amazing Lucha Libre stuff, which don't know the name again, no idea, but
no,
brilliant.
Yeah, that was brilliant. SNL guys went straight under the ring.
Yeah, we know what we think of them by now. It was fine. I mean, they came out later on after Strowman had decimated most of the other people, and for some reason there was a therapist that came out.
I hate things like this.
It's confused me. A wrestler in a suit. Let's face it, but. I sort of, to be honest, I tuned out at that point.
Yeah, it was one of those WrestleMania sort of silly bits, a bit like Nicholas. But that was a lot more enjoyable.
And it's gonna do the rounds, of course. But the thing that I was left with was that horrible bump that Ali took when Strowman kicked Harper and Ali off the apron. They were about to do a suplex, and Ali sort of smashed his head on the announce table.
Yeah, people were seeing him for a while. I think.
I hope he's okay. But in the end, we get a Strowman win, and he posed by the trophy, and he looks great. But again, what does it really give him?
Yeah,
Not that much.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Buddy Murphy, Tony Nese.
I think that was the highlight of the pre.
Definitely,
for me.
very good, very good. On to the main show.
And who opened it?
It was only Alexa Bliss.
Everybody's favourite, Alexa Bliss.
Oh wait. It's a wild Hulk Hogan.
Oh my goodness, who's this coming out? He's the beloved / hated hero that we all need. Hulk Hogan didn't really listen to any of this. He did a promo. Alexa Bliss did a promo.
Yeah.
They did a pose off. It was nice.
It was nice.
It was
enough.
gifable.
It was one of those moments that is purely WrestleMania. Hogan coming out, saying the same thing he said for years. But it was lovely.
Brother this, brother that.
It was lovely.
It was fine, yeah. It was nice to start off. Crowd, again, super hot for it, loved it, so that's the most important thing.
Great to hear that Big E and that Hogan took some time to speak to Big E, apologise, and Big E put a nice tweet out about redemption.
Yes, I would say go and check that out, because it's very nice.
Yeah.
Suddenly...
Heyman,
a wild Heyman appears.
Flying down
to the ring.
And I think this would be classed as inspired booking.
Very clever. What we've been reading from our secret sources suggests that perhaps this was a very, very last-minute change to the card.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they decided, well, Brock's going to get out of here early.
Just a great decision, I think.
Wow, talk about a hot start. Comes down and says, well, if we're not going to be the main event, we'll defend it now.
Yeah,
and we both had Lesnar to retain for this, but I think after it starting, we thought, I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
No, I think it was a great way to start the show.
Very smart.
Mean, I don't think we need to go too far into it. It's the same as every Lesnar match.
Brock attacks Seth before the bell, throws him around, F5s,
F5s and 5s, and insides.
Inside, outside. Table bumps, apron. Seth was thrown into the German announce team, which was a personal.
That was great, and no, they did the Spanish announce. Oh wait, it's the German announce. Thanks for that clarification, Michael Cole. That is the stuff we like.
That's what we need. The match actually starts. Seth thrown around some more like a rag doll.
Yeah.
Ref bump. What's happened? Ooh, he's gone for the balls. Face shot to the balls.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins a face there.
Yeah. Whoa! Just happens too much in WWE, that.
We know by now it's Brock's weakness. 1,000,001 curb stomps. It's all over. Brock Lesnar has lost.
Yep.
His grip on the title, which has been laughable realistically, is over. I mean, over for now. We're still hearing rumours that he may have re-signed again.
Oh, please God, no.
For now, Seth, in a badly built story, at least has taken it off the beast.
I think the main thing going out of this match is just thank the Lord.
Thank you very much. And it was fun.
That is over.
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar is gone, and as we tweeted, go get your ass tapped out by Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, who tweeted Brock got beat up. So
go lose to
the fire.
Go lose to the champ, and then fuck off.
Get out of town. Moving on. What's next?
Randy Orton, AJ Styles.
So you thought Styles, I thought Orton.
Yeah, this was a really good match.
This epitomises professional wrestling, doesn't it?
It does, and I got to say, I think the main reason it was a positive match is because it looked as though Randy Orton gave a crap.
It really makes a difference.
Yeah.
And,
And when you're fighting AJ Styles at WrestleMania, who wouldn't?
Well, you'd expect to give a crap, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Great start, quick start. AJ, forearms all over the place. Really hot crowd, especially giving some Randy some real heat.
Yeah.
He gave as good as he got. Some quite stiff stuff between them. A lot of stomps, little 450 splash. We love an AJ 450.
Yeah.
I like the teases of the RKOs. I like that. They've done that quite a lot together. And, just good psychology there. They kind of scout each other out. I kind of like that.
Probably spot of the match being a massive high-angle superplex.
Yeah, Styles.
The height off of that.
He was in the rafters.
Superplex is an overused move.
Yes, it
in modern wrestling.
It is, yeah.
But somehow looked fresh as anything.
Yeah, looked amazing and exciting. When a bump like that can still get the crowd going mental. Setting up for his RKO.
Nice. The only thing I would say, no Styles clash.
No Styles clash.
Maybe
just a lot of forearms. Yeah.
Randy,
doesn't want to take it. Has he ever taken it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, answers on a postcard. Let us know.
Yeah, did see his bum though, didn't we? Very briefly. His tights got pulled.
Bum bum.
A little bit of stuff outside. Comes back in. Some other stuff happens. AJ wins with a phenomenal forearm.
1, 2, 3.
See you later. WWE.
Yeah, and at this point, we're thinking, good Lord, this card is good.
Great start.
Yeah,
really great
what a good start.
SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line next. We thought an Usos retention.
Yeah.
There was Nakamura and Rusev in there. Not really a tag team. The Bar, not really a tag team. Aleister Black and Ricochet, not really a tag team.
The Bar are a tag team.
Well, they are now. But all of these people are single stars, apart from the Usos, which I found quite interesting.
Yeah,
that shows
true.
Again what although they're very good together, just kind of highlights that little bit of a weakness in the tag team wrestling and WWE as a whole.
Yeah.
However, everyone looked so cool.
Aleister Black looked like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, wow. We sing his praises enough.
Ricochet looked like $1 million.
Yeah, we were marking out at Ricochet being at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just amazing. These
that's Ricochet at WrestleMania.
Indie guys, it was very, very exciting.
It was just great. I think that happens every year. Being people that love the indie scene, that love Japan, that love British promotions, that have seen these guys in the small halls in the UK,
That's it, the bingo halls, and to see them here.
It was it was beautiful.
There's a sense of pride there. Yeah, I got all tingly in my belly.
Yeah,
it was a good match.
Yeah, it was.
It was a good match.
Spot of the match.
Wow,
this was so cool.
Yeah,
Cesaro,
the strongest man ever.
Just, I'd have no idea how long for, but just spinning for what seemed an eternity.
Yeah, Ricochet somehow didn't throw up, and at the same time, Sheamus was counting the seconds with the beats on everybody else's chests.
Yeah, and I
think he beat your chest at one point, my chest, Vince McMahon's chest.
I think at one point he was somehow beating his own chest.
Yeah, that was. I could watch that all day long.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Ricochet again, star-making performance. He did a shooting star press to break up a pinfall. Could have stomped him. Didn't.
Why not?
Didn't. Why not? Spinning Uranagi from Rusev was really good. Ricochet rolling through all kind of things, somehow not breaking his body when you think he's going to.
Yeah, that was a really
looks great.
A really great breakup of a pin, where just everyone flies in the ring at once.
It's just fantastic time in, and Usos in the end win with a double splash. Always looks good, and that was that. See you later.
It was very, very good.
Moving
very
on.
enjoyable.
Yeah, really good. Uso's great. I mean, everyone in there great, and you're excited to see what else happens. Whether all these teams will stick together. Where's Ricochet, Aleister Black? Who knows?
After NXT, I have to say I've come round on Aleister Black and Ricochet. I mean, I love them. They're two of my favourite wrestlers, probably in the world.
They've got some cool moves together now, and they gel.
As a team, originally I was like, oh, what the hell is this?
Get out of face.
Get out of town.
But actually,
if
the more I see them, especially in these high-profile matches,
yeah,
quite happy with it so
far. Just a quick note to say that at some point early in the card, there was some commotion about, I think it was during AJ Randy, about a light that was blinding everyone.
Randy actually Instagrammed about it, I believe, apologising. There was some pretty devastatingly bright lighting once again in a WWE show.
The same as NXT.
And the crowd was blinded on one particular side of the stadium. So
by a light. Yeah. Other members of the crowd were blinding. They were blinded.
They're blinding each other.
But yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
They were blinded by all sorts of other things, such as the massive structure, poles.
Being behind the set, poles, LED screens. Not great.
No.
A lot of people moaning about the stadium. Getting in and out apparently was a logistical nightmare. You know what New York's like at the best of times. Apparently it was a shambles. People were there hours before and after.
Yeah, it's one of those where you're really putting the fans at a disservice by having it in a stadium. On TV, of course. Looks fantastic.
Spectacle, mate. Yeah, it looks fantastic, yeah.
You know, the fireworks above the stadium, it just looks brilliant.
Yeah.
But to have fans that have paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get into the
flown from all across the world,
for them to show up, and I mean, people were tweeting their views and their prices of tickets, and it's just disgraceful.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, to be honest. There's no other word for it.
Anyway, talking
of disgraceful,
talking of people trying to blind each other. The Miz and Shane McMahon.
Falls count anywhere. We both thought Miz. It would only really make sense for the Miz to win. McMahon being a dastardly heel, grabbing the old Miz's papa straight away, shoving him in the mush.
Yeah.
And then going to town on Miz with just some terrible wrestling, some terrible punches,
some potato punches,
some stiff ones. But Miz was given as good as he got.
Yeah,
brawling in the crowd as you expect in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
And then all of a sudden,
the big bumps start coming.
Oh,
talk to me,
Lord.
Lay some on me.
So the first big bump was Shane McMahon being. I mean, the big bumps were all Shane McMahon actually.
Yeah. I think him being is relatively okay.
Thrown over a kind of barrier onto the top of a golf cart
and
then just down to the concrete.
Oh, smack.
Probably, you know what a golf cart height is. It's probably 6+ foot.
Yeah.
Just fell onto concrete from that.
That really took it into the next gear. There was monitor shots to the head, LED boards, Miz sort of swinging from some kind of support beam wires that we thought, oh my God. Imagine if they just fell down.
Oh my Lord.
That'd be devastating. Miz bleeding at one point. Referee had his special gloves on.
Skull crushing finale on the scaffolding.
Yeah. Shane, of course, kicking out of everything because he is the best in the world, let's face it. He kicks out of the Undertaker's move, so
realistically,
Miz ain't nothing.
This match will... although it was fantastic.
Actually,
I mean,
it's really good.
Miz hulking up to this kind of anger kind of personified.
Yeah, don't touch my dad.
He was fantastic. The acting was...
Miz is brilliant.
He is.
He has owned this face turn completely.
Yeah.
And I want him to stay like this for quite a long time. Will it work in a feud with someone else? It remains to be seen. Is the feud over? I would think so. But however,
despite it being
he didn't win.
A great match overall, it will be remembered for this one spot.
Yeah.
And it was absurd.
It was absurd. I don't know how high they were. I think they said 15. Did they say 15 foot? That doesn't seem high enough.
It looked possibly higher.
Yeah.
Suplex off of a camera rig.
Yeah, onto a nice cushion, by all accounts.
Yeah.
But it was very high.
It was very high.
There was a good second of hang time, which was particularly exciting.
In slow-mo, it just looked unbelievable.
But of course, Shane lands on top of the Miz.
Yeah.
That's a legal pinfall, sir. That's
Indeed.
legal tender.
That's...
And I guess maybe it will continue. I don't know. But the best in the world beats the Miz. Devastating. But one of my favourite matches on the card.
What a great match.
That's how you do it.
So at this point, just an update. It's fantastic.
We're loving it.
The whole card.
You're coming out with things like, this could be one of the best WrestleManias of all time.
Yeah. And then what happens there is they go, whoa, sir, hold on.
Hang on.
Let me bring you back to earth. This is, after all, a WWE pay-per-view.
Yeah, let me give you a little palate cleanser here. Let's pop on the women's tag title four-way. We've got Banks and Bayley coming in as the champions. Beth Phoenix making her return to the ring with Natalya.
Yeah, Banks and Bayley coming in first as the champions.
Interesting. Tamina and Nia Jax, looking, they had matching clothes on, looking dominating.
Yeah.
The Iconics coming in, just being Australian. I think that's their gimmick.
Yeah.
We thought Sasha and Bayley would retain. How wrong we were.
Yeah, it was. There's not a lot to say about this match.
Nice to see Brett coming out with Beth and Natty after the Hall of Fame controversy.
Did anybody stand out to you in this match? I thought Beth did well.
There was a surprising lack of botches from Nia, which sounds like a horrible thing to say, but let's face it, we know what to expect by now.
Yeah.
It was relatively slick. I thought Sasha and Bayley looked good together. Nia was written off early, which I thought was smart.
Yeah.
Was there anything really that stood out? Well, I'll tell you what did, actually, was Sasha's really bad Eddie Guerrero frog splash.
Yeah.
Which,
it was not
leaves
great.
a sour taste in your mouth. Natalya did a good sit-out powerbomb.
I guess
that was nice.
The ending was nice.
The ending was good. Beth hits her finisher from the top rope, but Billie Kay sneaks in.
Yeah, she
1,
just
2,
pushes
3.
her off.
Gets a little pin. Suddenly, the Iconics are the tag team champions.
And again, although a pretty poor match, I suppose.
It was average. It was okay.
An ending that was that popped the boys and
the
girls.
Well, they were crying all over the place. They
great.
were, nice to see kind of high school friends working their way up. I mean, they could be better, of course they could, but they've grinded and here they are, and wow. Even if they only have it for one night or 2 nights, I don't think it's going to be a lengthy run. Put it that way.
No.
But just for that moment, I was really, really happy. Always liked them since NXT, so why not?
Next, we've got is it middle of the show now?
Yeah, probably
not
quite.
And all of a sudden, we've got the most anticipated match, probably.
Very strange placement. I mean, I wouldn't have put it here, but I guess because it wasn't going to be the main event, the WWE Championship match had to go on somewhere near the middle.
Maybe if you're going to have the Universal title at the beginning, you're going to have this at the middle and the women at the end. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. This should have been the main event.
Well, judging from the crowd reaction, unfortunately, it was all downhill from here. Obviously, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I mean, there were still good matches,
Kofi
but
Kingston.
The reactions were muted after the huge win. Of course, Kofi Kingston.
Yeah,
the first ever African American WWE
Incredible.
champion.
So you went for Kingston. I thought after all this, they might hold off. Yeah. And Bryan would win, and then maybe they'd go Saudi Arabia or something, or Big E would turn or something like that. But they have made the right decision in Kofi Kingston, and a great match.
Fantastic.
Crowd mega loud. I mean, dueling
we're
chants.
talking possibly Rock Hogan loud.
It's very, very, very loud.
Yeah.
You guessed very early on, perhaps the gift that Kofi would be given post-match. Thinking perhaps it was the original title belt.
Yeah.
Good guess there. Good guess.
And then just a brilliant match.
Great submissions, forearms. We know what Bryan's like. Obviously, one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
But Kofi again, fantastic. Held his own.
Yeah. A lovely double stomp from Kofi.
Yeah.
Transitioned into a Boston Crab. Just brilliant.
Very good. He was very good, beating him down, making him the underdog. He was being chopped. Limbs were being targeted. He was struggling. You could tell he was just blowing up. He was knackered, but he kept fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting.
A brilliant moment where Kofi's getting kicked very hard.
Yeah, the yes kicks.
And he's going down. It's kind of the Ishii kind of Japan where it's kind of like, ow, 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 ow. Oh, come on then.
Sudden burst of energy.
Come on then.
Exchanging kicks with each other.
And Kofi's giving it the bashing himself on the ribs. Kick me here.
Yeah. New Jay Rock chant, of course.
New Jay.
New Jay. Yeah. Jay White's joined the New Day.
White.
Yeah, he's come in.
Yeah.
New Day Rock chant. Multiple of them. I mean, he took out Rowan on the outside, which was good. A little bit of brawling out there. The crowd just getting louder and louder and louder. Kofi kicking out, finishers.
Yeah.
This is when we started to think, okay, well, looks like it's a little Kofi win here.
Yeah, lots of there was wrist control after.
Yo, I like that. Brian wouldn't. I love that kind of alligator grip he has. He just wouldn't let go of Kofi throughout the match. And again, getting towards the end, he would not let go of his wrist.
Yeah,
and Kofi
then
was stomping and stomping.
Trouble in Paradise.
1,
2, 3.
Crowd go mental.
Absolutely mental.
And what do we see on camera? What we presented with? Not only a new belt, but ready-made T-shirts on sale. In fact, they were on sale before the end of the match.
How gross is that?
Giving away the finish. Shameless promotion from WWE.
Yeah, come on.
Didn't like that at all. Bringing his kids in, lovely. Making his kids hold T-shirts, despicable.
That's bullshit. That's pure WWE.
What a tacky way to create a kind of an enduring visual with merchandise in it. I just found it very strange.
It's not like the New Day struggled to sell merch, is it? I mean, come on.
Off it.
Did they really need to do that? There you go.
No, but a historic win. Very,
amazing.
We're privileged to have watched it live, and I just hope that he holds it for at least a little while.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced, but we shall see. But yeah, fantastic match, and what could possibly follow it? I need another instant classic, I would think.
The thing with so we've got Samoa Joe, my pick, Rey Mysterio, Jack's pick for the United States Championship. It was a squash.
We needed something to cool people down again because it got really to the pinnacle of crowd reaction halfway through the show.
A little palate cleanser, and much like Brock Lesnar at the beginning, I think this was the second sort of inspired placing on the card. Yeah, I think this was a brilliant.
I think so. It was smart. Yeah,
it was smart to put a squash after Kofi.
Yeah,
a squash that wouldn't get a huge reaction naturally.
No.
Anyway, if they had gone 20 minutes and Joe had won, it still wouldn't get a huge reaction.
I think Joe needed to dominate him anyway. But Ray looked great coming out in some kind of cape and all sorts of things. Tries to go for 619 early, but Joe gets in his submission, and that's see you later. Just Ray passes out, and
at this point we've got a new Brock Lesnar gone potentially. Seth Rollins. We've got Kofi Kingston. We've had great matches. We've had The Miz.
Yeah,
we've had a squash.
Still good.
There's momentum to the card.
We're feeling good. We're feeling positive. We're thinking this is nice. We got some snacks out. We're happy.
Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre up next. Yeah, it was fine.
That's about all we can say. Reigns, of course, winning, fighting back from a very difficult leukemia battle. The guy was going to win. Let's face it, he was going to win. And the crowds, they've always been, mixed with Reigns, if not very negative. Of course, we know by now the kind of push that he's had, rammed down your throats. The crowd noise seemed a little dialed down to me. It seemed manipulated. I think he was getting a lot more boos in the stadium than we heard. Maybe not, but the crowd suddenly went very quiet when he came out.
You can just hear the do, and then the crowd just...
Yeah, they were booing, and then he was drowned out.
It just sounds so tacky.
Yeah. Reigns in control for most of the match. Nothing really of note here. A nice running leg drop from Reigns to Drew, who was hanging through the ropes. Yeah. Drew's great. I mean, I always thought he deserved better.
And at this point, the crowd are they're flagging.
They're going for little wheeze, aren't they? They're going for a little bit of wee.
They are. They're doing Mexican waves. There's beach balls. They're restless. It's.
Even after all these years and the battles that Reigns has had, he is still getting the Beach Ball Mania treatment.
Yeah, it was a fine match.
It was good. All the obvious spots. There was a nice spine buster from Drew, which I liked. Superman punching a spear to win. See you later. Reigns looked very happy to be back. He got enough of a pop when he won.
It was fine.
It wasn't a surprise. It was something that needed to happen, I think. Shame it was Drew. Not sure where he can go from here, but... No. It was fine, but this was the first point which I think left a little chink in our armour, a little dent, and we thought, okay. Yeah.
The women's match, it was never going to be a classic.
No, but it was fine.
That was, it was just a shame.
It was a nice ending for that. That's what picked up that match, I think. With this, it was like, it was predictable.
It was a Raw match.
It was a Raw match. So what could face that then? What could pick us back up after this?
Well, we were picked right back up.
Oh, yeah.
Elias doing hilarious promo where he plays the drums and piano and then is live in the ring and playing in a band to himself.
Yeah, a nice little blues track. He's great, man. Just utterly confident.
Yeah. Just
there's no...
What a guy.
Seemingly there's no nerves, just super chilled,
Everyone's
funny,
doing the
engaging.
Oh, walk with the lion. Yeah. The crowd are hot for this, and then he starts playing Seven Nation Army on the guitar.
Really smart.
Just great. And then...
something that confused me, because I was sort of looking away, then I looked back, and what do I see on the TV? Some kind of baseball video package, sort of from the 30s.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah. Obviously, we know the stadium is very important, and New York's very important for baseball. But a little bit confused. Elias looked very confused, and then we were both even more confused, or certainly it turned from confusion to elation.
I got to say, I popped hard for this.
Thugonomics John Cena from sort of the early 2000s
this was amazing.
To the old theme, to the Thugonomics theme.
Yeah.
A theme that I rapped to only last week, so I guess John Cena watches the content.
After all, that's just basic Thugonomics.
At the end of the day, that's how it works.
Word life.
And he comes out and sort of buries Elias in a kind of a spoken word.
The great thing I liked about this is that it could have been he comes out, he does a little bit, and then goes back to John Cena. Yeah. But he was straight-faced the entire time.
He kept it up and dressed in all the old gear. He looked like a fool. He always did. Just funny. Cena's one of the best. We know this, whatever you think about him. And this character was a nice little tongue-in-cheek, very self-aware, breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. But...
It was brilliant.
Worked, it was funny, and I think people are going to remember it. Should he have been against Angle? That debate is there to be made.
Imagine Dr. Thugonomics against Angle.
Fine. But he appeared in this segment instead, and why not? It was fun.
So this popped the boys, popped the girls, popped the
the in-betweens.
Those that don't identify with any gender. Hashtag woke.
Exactly.
And then we get to the no holds barred. If Triple H loses, he retires.
Yep.
Against Batista.
Batista coming in looking great as he falls over the ropes immediately, and instead of getting up, sort of sells it for a second.
Yeah.
He sort of, that thing where you trip and you look around to see if anyone's seen your trip.
Yeah.
He did that.
Turns out there's 80,000 people.
And he realised he was on camera. And in a stadium.
Triple H comes out with a Mad Max inspired video package.
With, an entrance dated 4 or 5 years behind, but he comes out. He loves a little vehicle entrance, doesn't he?
It looked cool as you like. Cool. And immediately thought he looks like a member of Aces and Eights.
Yeah.
Back in the day, TNA.
We tweeted that, Rock Roll Up Pod.
Yeah.
Guess who tweeted it later?
Yeah. I think maybe earlier. He got to it first. Bully Ray, baby.
No, I'm gonna stick with this. We said it first.
Fresh from beating up Enzo and Cass. Bully Ray popped on Twitter.
Yeah, didn't reference that, did he?
No.
We'll get him on the pod to talk about it.
This was long.
It was long. It was good. We'll skip through it. Triple H got a toolbox out. Don't know why there was a toolbox. He got a chain out. He got some kind of spanner.
Yeah,
wrench,
there were pliers. Pulled out the nose ring.
He's stomping. He's crunching fingers. He pulls out the nose ring. Apparently pulls out the nose ring, although we think there's a little bit of sneakiness going on there.
Bit.
He was bleeding though, old Batista.
Yeah.
A lot of table bumps. People been thrown into the barrier.
Batista
chair shots.
Bumping all for days.
He goes all in, doesn't he?
He's
still a big guy. He's shrunk somewhat from back in his early days, but he's still a big guy. And for his last match, obviously he was going to go all in, and I have to say he looked pretty good. Other than the entrance, which it was kind of awkward. He looked pretty good.
Yeah, he did. He did kick out of a pedigree onto the steps.
Yeah. He cracked his back on the announce table. Triple H speared him through it. That was a great spot. Triple H couldn't beat him on his own, though, could he? He had to have his little pal come in.
Ric Flair came down.
Rickington Flair, he comes down.
He gives him a sledgehammer.
Have a hammer. Why does Triple H have a sledgehammer? I've never understood. What is it about a sledgehammer that he gets him going?
I think maybe, I don't know. Was it that he just started using it and it got over and he's kept it all these years? I don't know. Was there any storyline reason?
Answers on a postcard.
Yeah,
there probably is. He did a kind of Reigns-esque Superman punch, but with a hammer.
How cool was that?
Yeah, off the steps, looked great. Pedigree, then see you later.
Yeah, as most Triple H matches at WrestleMania go, It was too long.
Yeah, we know what he's like. Puts himself over. It was good. Great to see Batista back in what seems to be his last match ever. He did do a retirement.
He did confirm
tweet and Instagram and all the things pretty soon afterwards to say thank you very much. See you later. Worth checking out.
He wanted to come back for a run. He's done that. Good on him.
Yeah, exactly. So will we see him again? Who knows? Hall of Famer, I'm sure, in the years to come.
Without doubt.
But yeah, enjoyable if a bit long.
Hollywood Walk of Fame probably as well.
Wow, can you believe that?
Yeah. So yeah, the crowd are struggling.
They're not sure, are they? There's a little bit of bit quiet now. A little bit quiet.
You've had Roman, you've had a good Elias segment, you've then had a very long no holds barred match, and then they've hit you where
it gets a bit sad
with Kurt Angle retirement match. No Swerve, Baron Corbin.
You always thought he was going to win. I thought
always
they might give it to Kurt and someone else will come out, or it'll just be a quick squash.
It could have been
Kurt.
And then maybe someone else arrives. I mean,
but no.
I was even surer, if that's even a word.
I think it is. Yeah.
After Cena had already arrived and done his spot.
That pretty much cemented the fact that Kurt was going to go out on his back here. Corbin dominating early, all the obvious stuff, deep six. Very brief comeback from Angle with his Germans, and it's just the guy can't walk. It's kind of sad.
Yeah,
he's not in a good way. Corbin teasing the you can't see me. Cena's
well, that was
thing.
The best part of the match, probably.
He's a good heel. The argument is there for it's a good heel heat, but is it just we don't want to see you here?
I think
there's probably a bit of both there.
I'm, as we said again on Twitter at Rock Roller Pod,
plug
that I like guys going out on their back. I
Old
think
school,
it's
respectful.
The best way to go. However, if you're going to give that rub to anybody, are you going to give it? Is Baron Corbin the guy?
No,
he won Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. I wish I had more Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
and it was just a waste.
Yeah,
and this is going to be a waste.
He's just nothing. I'm afraid, but end of days looked good, didn't it?
Well, it always does, yeah.
And that was that. Kurt does a short speech at the end, talking. They play his music. He says, "Tell me I suck." People telling me sucks.
Yeah. They could have told him that sucked.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Nice to see some fireworks for him in his entrance and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It was sort of, we knew it was coming, but to see Kurt Angle have a run like this since his return has been very poor. Really.
It has.
And to see him sort of disintegrate so fast.
Has he had one good match since he's been back?
The
Shield match was bad.
I just can't think
that
of
match
one.
was bad.
He's had better matches than this one. But, he's kind of botched.
I mean, this was way worse than even his Raw matches on the last few weeks.
Yeah, sad. One of the best, arguably, that's ever graced the ring. But
so at this point,
it's been a little bit sad now, weren't we?
We thought it was funny that the third hour just awful, much like Raw.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting how they've slotted everything in neatly here. The missable stuff.
This might have even been more than the third hour.
Who knows?
Time was a concept to this point that I didn't understand.
No. Well, here's something you won't understand. Finn Balor dressing as the Demon to beat a man that he's already beaten for the Intercontinental Championship. We both went for Balor here. We thought surely the Demon's not going to lose to Bobby Lashley, and it went pretty quick, wasn't it? It was the usual.
Yeah.
Demon doing all the same stuff that Finn normally does. Sling blade, shotgun drop kicks. Cool spot though. Lashley did a very cool spot, didn't he?
Really cool.
Big E inspired.
A Big E diving spear.
Through the rope.
Who cares how I land?
He does take very hard hitting bumps to the outside. I guess when you're that mountain of a man, you can do that.
Yeah.
Balor lifted him up, which I thought was quite impressive for a power bomb. And that was that.
The stomp.
Bosh, coup de grace. Balor wins. It was in a relatively short match.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, it was a Raw filler on a Mania card. Happy for Finn, deserves to have another belt. But
yeah, and
he
here
took it off him so quick, so I don't really have any faith that he's going to hold it for very long again.
No, and we finally reach the main event,
the pinnacle. What it's all been leading to.
No, hold on.
Go on.
Don't forget the dance break.
Sorry, I didn't write that in.
I know what people need after 6 hours.
Yeah.
They need
do a little floss.
R-Truth, Carmella coming out and asking everyone to get up and dance.
It's the world's largest dance break. They had Guinness World Records there. They were doing it.
It was just
whatever.
shit.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, and I love them. They're very funny together.
Yeah, they're
but I
great.
thought, Carmella's come off the back of a win. Why is she coming out and doing a silly dance?
Yeah. It was
Don't
weird.
really get it.
We finally reached the end, and I think people are close to tears at the amount of time they've been in one place.
Some people left, apparently. There was a few walkouts, people saying, I'm just too tired.
Yeah.
I need to go home.
And this was the match.
Winner takes all. You went Flair, I went Lynch.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
The culmination, or not quite the culmination, it seems, of a great but convoluted, confusing storyline at times.
Yeah.
That has been significantly called off, I think, in the last sort of month. Still very excited to see where they take it. Obviously, very important that a women's match has headlined WrestleMania. Will it happen again? Remains to be seen. But there was a couple of good bits, you know. It was underwhelming for me, truth be told.
Piper's Pit outside, lots of attempted submissions, constant.
Charlotte and Becky working together a lot. A lot of the match was built around them, which really should have been built around Becky and Ronda, in my opinion.
Charlotte misses a moonsault.
Yeah, Becky tying her up for the disarmer. Kept trying that throughout a lot of the match. You know, the obvious Flair chops and the woos, and everybody joins in, of course, because that's what you're programmed to do by now.
Rousey taking, I'm not sure what was going on. Her leg was covered in cuts, and she was bruising up.
Took quite a dangerous bump to the outside where she smacked her head.
There was blood from everyone's elbows.
Wear elbow pads, ladies and gentlemen, because your skin is coming off. Becky did a nice double DDT on them both, which was cool.
Yeah.
Then they both did a double power bomb on Ronda.
And also did a nice Uranagi to Flair.
Yeah, so everyone had some good spots. The disarmer around the turnbuckle was really cool.
There was also a figure four headlock from around the post.
Yeah, Ronda really good at selling her knee.
Yeah,
I'll give her that.
Nice bit of psychology on Ronda's knee.
Yeah. We both commented on that. It was there. The psychology was there. The story was there. Nice double spear from Flair. That was a nice spot. But it was just a bit. It felt a little bit clunky and a little bit. Okay, now we've got to do this bit. Okay, now we've got to do this bit. And then I thought, well, it's probably going to go another 5 or 10 minutes, right? It's really going to enter that kind of next gig. It didn't. It was always just sort of there on the edge, and it never quite got there. Okay, it's about to get there. It's about to get there. Then what happens?
Well, there was a weird kind of corkscrew pin where there was a botch right at the end.
We think
Ronda's shoulder is up. Her legs are draped still over Rousey instead of like your standard roll through where her legs should be up in the air.
Yeah, like a cradle from the finisher, and then she wasn't. It wasn't a legal pin, but he counted the pin. Yeah. And then Becky won out of nowhere. No tap out. No, that was by no means a decisive victory. Is that not the story we're telling? Please. That Becky can win without cheating, without someone handing it to her, that she can beat someone and tap them out.
She's the man.
Someone who's legit MMA star, at least was.
I can understand her not being tapped, and
they're protecting Rousey.
Have seen afterwards that there was backstage discussions for a long, long time on whether it should be a tap, whether it should be a pin,
whether she should tap Charlotte.
From what I understand, it was not supposed to be a controversial finish.
No, the consensus seems to be it should have been decisive. Yeah. Whether that was a pin or a tap.
So it wasn't towards a tap. It wasn't a pinfall that was supposed to be. Oh, I didn't get pinned, but you won the belt. Let's fight again next month.
She got up straight away, didn't she? Rousey was saying, "No, this isn't right." Yeah. I thought, she's just pissed, but actually maybe she's legit saying this isn't how it should have been.
Yeah,
referee could be in big doggy doo-doo today.
Yeah, but also
who knows?
That Ronda, the plan from the dirt sheets to say is that it's not going to be another match.
I failed to see how there isn't going to be another match. I mean,
there sort of has to be after that.
There's got to be after that. And the question is, are they going to redo it tonight with the correct finish?
Well,
quite possibly.
I think that would be a very clever thing to do.
Yeah.
Becky,
don't know.
The crowd, we all deserve a definitive Becky Lynch win.
Oh, this in no way did this live up to its expectations. I
No.
mean, I think it was just miles away from where it should be. It was some great stuff, but
Yeah.
the crowd did not react to even 10% of what they did for, say, Kofi.
So here you go. Here's a question for you. You swap around Kofi and the women's main event.
Sure. They'd have to do that way ahead of announcing it, though, because
Of
can you
course,
imagine
yeah.
if they'd swapped
But
it?
let's say, for example, because the crowd did pull this match down, but it's
Yes.
not their fault. It was absurdly long show.
Yeah, they were knackered.
If this happens early in the night, is it as big a pop as Kofi?
So that's a card placement discussion.
I think probably yes.
I don't think it would have been as big as Kofi, no.
Let's
Because
say
I think it would have been bigger than it was at the end, because the time
Much
plays
bigger.
an issue. But I still think Kofi's underdog story, because of its simplicity, although there's been a lot of silliness, really, but ultimately I think the simplicity of that and him being wrong so many times and winning over, and also the impact historically that it has now, it's a very important win.
yeah.
I just think that would trump Becky regardless of the placement in the card.
Yeah.
If they hadn't have screwed the story up so much, yes, this could have been bigger.
It could have been huge.
But I think the ship sailed some weeks ago on that front.
Yeah, I think obviously it still could have been 2, 3, 4 times bigger than it was. I think
Placement,
the
card placement is an
two
issue.
factors were the card placement and the botched finish.
Yeah.
If it was a big finisher finish,
Can you imagine she was in, whoever, Ronda was in an armbar for a minute, and we were longing her to tap out,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just none of that excitement at all. It was
a
a rushed finish, and
whereas the false finishes, the kicking out of the knee on Kofi built the will he, won't he, will he, won't-ly kind of feeling. This was nowhere near that.
No, he didn't even get to will they, won't they before she won. So
No.
will she? Yes, she will.
Yeah.
Yes, she will. That was that. I mean, that was
And
the
then
last thing we saw, the end of WrestleMania.
Unfortunately, also, where the crowd was so dead, I think they decided they just cut it very...
How quick did they...
Was there pyro when Becky won? There was.
There was pyro,
Yeah.
but she won.
But it was a very short ending.
She held both belts up, and see you later.
That was that.
Yeah, an underwhelming finish to what we both, I think, agree was one of the best WrestleManias we've seen.
Yeah, it was...
match for match, there was some really great stuff, things
Yeah.
that will be replayed for a long time. Shane's
For a
spot
long,
for
long
one
time.
of them.
It was a WrestleMania of two halves, I think.
I think so.
The first half was one of the strongest I've ever seen, and the second half was not awful, but it was standard
It was
WrestleMania.
standard. It was standard, and you just don't want standard at this level on this kind of pay-per-view.
You don't. It's standout moments there are many.
Yes,
Standout
yeah.
matches there are
A few.
less.
Yeah.
But still a few. I mean, I think that's the whole card.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up with some final thoughts, maybe including just a quick thing. Over the 3 shows, I won the predictions.
17-16. This is all the matches that we predicted, including the pre-show for Mania. Kenny beat me by 1.
NXT.
What could that 1 be?
G1 Supercard. So I'll get the clippers out. Let's cut that hair off.
What?
Yeah, remember?
Sorry?
We are the only podcast that do punishments for predictions. Don't know if you know. Something I'm introducing.
I think we agreed to that.
Do you want instead of Nottingham slaps, it's Nottingham stabs or Nottingham shots.
Why are you grabbing my collar?
It's over for
Back
you.
away.
Final thoughts and perhaps on the spot Match of the night.
What match did I... Wow, this is difficult. What was I left with the most...
However you want to define match of the night, I'll let you define it.
What warmed me cockles was Kofi.
Yeah, I think I would agree.
What did I enjoy the most?
Match of the night, moment of the night, Kofi. I think, to be honest, match of the night, Kofi.
I think so.
Kofi Bryan put on a masterclass.
But I'll be lying if I said I didn't really love Miz and Shane.
It was fantastic.
I thought it was
just brilliant.
And I really did like the SmackDown tag match. I thought was quite cool.
It was very good.
I think Kofi Bryan trumps everything, but I really did like Miz and Shane as well.
Yeah.
But I'll probably wake up tomorrow and I'll probably change my minds. I mean, you know, there was a good few matches in there that were really quite special.
And then lowest point of the card, the women's tag or the
probably. Oh, that's difficult.
Was it? It was Brian. It was Baron Kurt, wasn't it?
It was Baron Kurt for me. Yeah, I just don't like to see him go out like that.
Everything else was fine.
Yeah, mediocre.
The IC match,
yeah, it was fine.
Was fine.
Gets the belt on Balor. That's fine.
Reigns Drew was fine.
It was fine, but I'm unaffected by Reigns. I don't dislike him anymore. I just don't care, you know. And I think that's probably worse than anything. Really.
The women's tag.
It was fine.
And the other one, and the Kurt Angle's retirement match were particular low points.
Yes, I think so. And there ends WrestleMania, our crazy weekend of crazy shows.
Yeah.
We're tired.
I guess the final question is, did you enjoy it?
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah, I loved it. Whatever people say, it's exciting.
Yeah,
the spectacle, the card, you know, they have the best wrestlers in the world. It's just a fact, really. You know what I mean? If you look at their roster back to back, but always a little something left to be desired. But I think that's WWE in a nutshell, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a shame the finish was so down, because I think if the finish was great, we'd be like, this is one of the best ever.
Yeah, I think initially as we went into that main event, I said to you, if Becky wins this could be the one of the top 3 WrestleManias of all time.
Well, it's certainly fan
and it turns out a Becky win wasn't enough.
No,
for that.
it was. I mean, there is hope, because they actually, by and large, gave us what we wanted. You know, not that it's about giving us what we want, but people won that we really wanted to win.
Seth, Kofi, Becky. If someone had said WrestleMania is going to have that,
a year ago, they said these will be your placeholders. These will be your pillars in the industry.
Yeah,
I think you'd say, shut your face, you idiot. You stupid idiot. You stupid
idiot.
I'm going to kill you.
Was the only thing missing
like
was Chris Jericho. I guess one final point, no Undertaker.
No, missed his WrestleMania, his first one in a long time. It didn't need Undertaker. This card didn't need the Undertaker. Let's face it.
I think his entrance would have just...
When on earth would he have come out?
Yeah.
During the Alexa Bliss promo.
I don't mind at all that Undertaker wasn't there, and all I want is some closure to know he's retired, so everyone can shout, "Thank you, Taker." That's all I seek.
Well, there was closure until he decided to come back for that sweet Saudi money.
Well,
baby.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. I think
what a shame.
He needs to stay retired, and we need an official retirement segment. Even tonight on Raw.
Will we get that tonight on Raw or tomorrow on SmackDown? Well,
no.
Talking of that, our weekend of wrestling coverage does not end here. We will be live tweeting and then reviewing the Raw after WrestleMania.
And the SmackDown
after WrestleMania. Not the NXT, because we know it's just a clip show, 2 to 3, sometimes 4 weeks after the event. It's still largely a clip show.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that one.
Yeah. I'm going to put you on the spot once more before we end.
Stop putting me on spots all the time.
Give me your most wanted angle for Raw tonight.
My most wanted... What, dream booking or realistic?
Give me your realistic, but the thing that you would love the most... tonight on
this
Raw.
Is mental.
Just anything.
Undisputed Era debut with new members Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and they run roughshod over the division and beat up everyone. It's like the NWA.
They attack Kofi.
They're attacking
everyone.
They're attacking everyone. and it's leading to an Adam Cole Seth Rollins match for the Universal title at the next pay-per-view. What about you, Sonny Jimmy lad, Sonny Jimmy lad?
Oh, I don't know if I can top that. To be honest,
you may have got the predictions right, but when it comes to booking,
you're the guy.
I'm the boy around here.
Let's say
it's got to be different to mine.
Let's say I would like a Velveteen Dream debut
with his belt.
Yeah. Where he attacks
doing the double duty.
Where he attacks Kofi Kingston.
Really? How strange.
Instantly into the main event.
Yeah. You know Kofi Kingston's on SmackDown, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I meant to say that.
We can do it for both days.
I meant to say that. So my thinking
my one would be for Raw.
My thinking was your Raw booking was so good. I was just going to move to SmackDown.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, it's moving to Fox soon.
Forgot
Premier
to say.
show, mate. Premier show.
I guess for Raw, mine would be an Undertaker retirement
speech.
Yes.
The rumour is he wants to come back as American Badass. Well, we've heard that before, but apparently he was pushing for it, and they're like, we don't want it.
Yeah. I would say that, or Kurt Angle, John Cena at Money in the Bank.
You've gone wrong, son.
Yeah. SmackDown would be Velveteen Dream.
That would be lovely. To see him come up and still have the belt, but
Yeah.
have a couple of marquee matches would be lovely.
That'd be great.
Well, none of that's going to happen.
Or Brock Lesnar
Baron Corbin, that's what's going to happen.
Brock Lesnar comes out and Matt Riddle comes out and kicks his ass.
Oh, that is good booking. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And Brock officially leaves to go back to UFC, which again is heavily rumoured.
Yeah.
Matt Riddle comes out.
I'll tell you what else would be really fun.
Wow.
Brock comes out to... I'm not sure why he comes out. He comes out to say he's going to continue. He's going to chase Seth Rollins. He wants another match with him. He wants his title back.
Well, Paul Heyman would say that for him.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And then Daniel Cormier arrives, calls him out, and he says, effectively, I want you. I love you. I love you.
Let's have a bra and panties match right here, right now, in New York City.
That Cormier comes out, and this basically schedules Brock leaving WWE, whilst also confirming DC Lesnar. I'm talking a UFC WWE team.
This is another podcast, sir. You've changed your tune.
Yeah.
That would be cool. A crossover of brands, and
I think it's a way of getting rid of Brock without there being a kind of not knowing where what he's doing. It's a reason for him to leave rather than just that he lost.
Is he showing up tonight on Raw?
No.
Interesting. But we are.
We will
be live tweeting.
We will be live tweeting. Hello to everybody who has been responding to us.
Communicating. Yes, it's lovely.
It's quite
lovely.
nice,
some
isn't
retweets and some back and forth. It's.
I think we would. I think we'll end with just a heartfelt thank you. This is a small podcast that we've started.
Oh, it's very early days.
It's a passion project.
We're working through things, and it takes time to grow things and to get it as slick as we want. But we're very happy.
We genuinely appreciate anybody who's listening.
Any kind of support is amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I think
that you want to hear our little voices in your brain box.
Little voices.
Hello, mama. It's really generally lovely. So thank you everyone that enjoys what we do. If you don't, that's fine, but just don't tell us. Yeah, because I'm very fragile.
I'm very, very fragile.
Yeah, I will shatter at the lightest of touches.
Yeah, but we will chat to you tonight at Raw.
Yep, probably better get this uploaded. I reckon.
I think so.
Whoops.
At Rock Roll Up Pod on Twitter.
Yes.
Rock and Roll Up Podcast on all the other socials.
Yep.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
You can hear all our reviews and predictions. Not to know why you listen to predictions now, but to hear what we got wrong. That's all on YouTube.
What Jack got wrong.
Only one less than you.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll end it on there.
50-50, mate.
Right at that point.
Well, any final thoughts?
WrestleMania, bloody good time.
I've got one. You suck. I've been Jack.
I've been Kenny.
You suck.
You suck.
Peace out. You suck.
Big time.
You suck.